Ubisoft's E3 showcase featured a lot of information about both their upcoming games and new content coming to their ongoing live service titles. So I'm here to recap and break down every piece of news out of this Ubisoft Forward. A quick note before we get into this, my channel is focused on gaming, so I'll be skipping over the Mythic Quest and Werewolves Within trailers. And if you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, because I'll be making a recap and review video for every major E3 showcase. Now, we've got a lot of news to get through, so let's get right into it. This showcase kicked off with Rainbow Six Extraction, which is the new name for the unfortunately titled Rainbow Six Quarantine. After being revealed a couple of years back with a CGI trailer, we finally got a big gameplay blowout this year. Rainbow Six Extraction is a co-op PvE Rainbow Six game that sees the operators from Rainbow Six Siege fighting off an invasion of parasitic aliens. While Extraction shares a lot in common with Left 4 Dead style games, it seems like it's trying to differentiate itself by being more of a tactical shooter than just a game where you're mindlessly blowing away waves of enemies. In fact, the gameplay demo kicked off with the team slowly sneaking around an environment, stealthily picking off aliens without them ever seeing it coming. Another way that Extraction differs from similar horde shooters is that it's 1 to 3 player, not 1 to 4 player like most of these types of games. While Extraction features the same operators from Rainbow Six Siege, they won't play exactly the same, as they're all now outfitted with weapons and gadgets designed specifically to kill aliens. While playing, your operators can be captured by the aliens. If this happens, you'll need to go on a rescue mission and save the operator before you can play as them again. I love this mechanic. It really makes it feel like there are stakes to these missions, because if you mess up, you might be temporarily locked out of using your favourite operator. Let's talk a little bit about the aliens. It was said in this conference that the alien parasite is constantly spreading and evolving, which is why there are so many different types of aliens. Some of these enemy types include spikers, who attack from long range, breachers who explode, rooters who reach through the ground to grab your operator's legs and immobilize them, and my personal favourite, the shape-shifting tormentors, that transform into slime and skulk around the ground before bursting upwards to attack. And there are apparently a lot more enemy types that are still yet to be revealed. I really like the design of the enemies in this game. They're really unique and creepy looking. Rainbow Six Extraction is also going to offer full crossplay, which is always good to hear, and players of both Rainbow Six Siege and Extraction will be able to unlock exclusive items in both games. I've never been a huge fan of Siege, but I thought this game looked great, and it definitely looks way more strategic than I would have expected, which will help it stand out and not be overshadowed by Back 4 Blood, which is coming out a month after Extraction. I'm definitely going to be giving this a shot when it comes out. Rocksmith Plus is a new entry in Ubisoft's series of games that are designed to teach players how to play the guitar. Rocksmith Plus can help players learn how to play electric, acoustic, or bass guitars. Unlike the original Rocksmith games, Rocksmith Plus is going to be a subscription service, with new songs being added to its library weekly. Rocksmith Plus allows you to learn guitar by playing along with your favourite songs, but it also offers a series of video lessons to help teach you the basics. The original Rocksmith games required you to plug an electric guitar directly into your console via a USB cable, and while you can also do this here, Rocksmith Plus also offers the option to pair the game with your phone so that it can use the phone's microphone to hear you play, allowing you to play Rocksmith Plus wirelessly. This also allows Rocksmith Plus to support acoustic guitars. Rocksmith Plus promises to include music from a myriad of different genres, and it even includes Rocksmith Workshop, a mode that will allow players to make and record their own songs. Riders Republic feels like a game that's trying to recapture the feeling of the extreme sports games of the 90s and 2000s, like SSX and Downhill Domination. I loved the SSX games on PS2, so I'm really into what they've shown for Riders Republic so far, and this gameplay trailer only enhanced my excitement for this game. Riders Republic features 5 different activities for players to explore: skiing, snowboarding, mountain biking, wingsuiting, and rocket wingsuiting. It also features a giant open world that offers a bunch of different geographical biomes to make all of these activities possible in the same game. And of course, seeing as this is an open world Ubisoft game, we got a shot of their map that had an almost overwhelming amount of things to do marked on it. Everything you do in Riders Republic is earning you XP to unlock new gear and challenges, so it seems like Riders Republic will have a pretty rewarding gameplay loop, where you're constantly being given new things to try out. This trailer also gave us a look at Riders Republic's massive 64-player races, and they look like absolute chaos in the best possible way. Riders Republic is from the studio that previously developed Steep, and I'm so glad that they're going for a more silly and less realistic tone this time around. I like the more over-the-top and arcadey extreme sports games way more than the simulation games that lean into more grounded and realistic takes on the genre. Rainbow Six Siege is still massively popular and getting regular updates. In this presentation, we got a quick look at some new content and features coming to Siege soon. Quality of life improvements were a huge focus of Siege's section of the conference, and it seems like the developers are making all the right additions. Crossplay is a huge new feature coming to Siege. This will allow players on streaming services and PC to play together, as well as let PlayStation and Xbox players play together. It's smart that they're separating crossplay between the PC player bases and the console player bases, as PC players would always have an inherent advantage. PC, Stadia and Luna crossplay will be implemented into the game on the 30th of June, and console crossplay will be added in early 2022. Ubisoft will also be adding full cross progression between all platforms, which is awesome to see. The Rainbow Six Siege segment closed out with an animated trailer for the newest operator, Thunderbird. Next up, we got a smattering of updates for a bunch of Ubisoft's Games as a Service titles. So let's run through everything coming to these games quickly. A new trailer for Year 5 Season 2 of For Honor, Mirage, was shown. Trackmania is getting a new summer-themed expansion that'll add a bunch of new animated and dynamic items that can be used to make custom tracks. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming to free-to-play brawler Brawlhalla. The Crew 2's Year 4 content was teased in a trailer. Watch Dogs Legion is getting a new piece of DLC called Bloodlines that'll star Watch Dogs 1's Aiden Pierce and Watch Dogs 2's Wrench. And finally, Ghost Recon Breakpoint teased that there would be more surprises to come to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Ghost Recon franchise. As expected, Just Dance 2022 was officially confirmed, being revealed by musician Todrick Hall, who has a song featured in the game. Just Dance 2022 features 40 new tracks, including songs from Imagine Dragons and Ciara. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting some fan-requested features like one-handed swords added, and a new trailer for Valhalla's second expansion, The Siege of Paris, was shown. This DLC features the most ambitious battle in Viking history, and is adding new gear, weapons, abilities and enemies, and it also features black box infiltration missions. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is also adding a Discovery Tour mode. This combat-free mode made its debut in Origins, and it lets you get an interactive history lesson and read a ton of information about the real-world history that the games are inspired by. Valhalla is also going to be the first Assassin's Creed game to get a second year of post-release support, with the developers already working on more expansions for Valhalla to release in 2022. We got a new scene from Far Cry 6 that focused on showing the brutality of Far Cry 6's villain, Anton Castile. Castile is of course played by Giancarlo Esposito of Breaking Bad and The Mandalorian fame. Giancarlo Esposito is one of the greatest actors in the world, and this extremely tense scene really showcased his acting talents, presenting us with an incredibly intimidating and intriguing threat to go up against in Far Cry 6. We also got the reveal of Far Cry 6's post-release DLC content. Far Cry 6's Season Pass has story DLC focused on the series' iconic villains. These DLC packs will see you playing as Far Cry 3's Vaas, Far Cry 4's Pagan Min, and Far Cry 5's Joseph Seed. I love this idea for DLC. One of Far Cry's strongest selling points is its villains, so getting more of these iconic antagonists is extremely exciting. And as if that isn't reason enough to take a look at Far Cry 6's Season Pass, it'll also include a re-release of Far Cry 3's standalone DLC, Blood Dragon. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is one of my favourite pieces of DLC ever, so I'm stoked to see Ubisoft bringing it back. The most exciting reveal of this showcase for me was Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, a sequel to the surprisingly great Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I had low expectations for Kingdom Battle because, to be honest, I fucking hate the Rabbids, but I was blown away when I played it, and it quickly became one of my favourite turn-based strategy games. This sequel seems to be far more ambitious than its predecessor. Mario plus Rabbids is no longer confined to the Mushroom Kingdom, with this sequel taking Mario and friends on an adventure through space. Of course, you can't send Mario to space without us immediately being taken back to the Galaxy games. And this sequel is embracing the beloved Galaxy series by introducing a Rabbid Rosalina and also a Rabbid Luma, which looks pretty horrifying. The environments that you explore between battles also seem substantially bigger than the ones found in Kingdom Battle, and this trailer gave us a look at several new enemy types. The developers also teased that Sparks of Hope has more surprises to come. This Ubisoft Forward closed out with the first trailer for the long-in-development Avatar game from Massive Entertainment, the studio behind the Division games. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a first-person action-adventure game set in the universe of James Cameron's blockbuster. We know very little about this game, but what we do know is that it'll be open world and it's being built in the latest version of the Snowdrop engine. It'll also only be releasing on the current gen consoles and PC, with no last gen versions planned. I thought this was a good trailer. It showcased the lush, vibrant world of Pandora, and it says something that it made me want to play this game, despite the fact that I don't even particularly like Avatar. So there you have it. That's everything announced during the E3 episode of Ubisoft Forward. I thought this was a pretty damn good showcase. It was a little lacking when it came to exciting surprises, but it's hard to complain when nearly every game Ubisoft had to show looked great. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. You can also find countless other videos and reviews on my channel, and make sure to stay tuned for my recaps and reviews of every other major E3 conference.